Just round 2 of SANFL football. It pitted the premiers of 2011 against the runners-up in 2012. That's the Eagles were the premiers 2 years ago, and early on they looked like they were back to some of their best, Chris Gowans.
They certainly did. They had really good intensity around the ball early and had a dominance in the ruck through Parry and Powell as well.
The midfield gradually of Westies took control, and gee, they just looked so good, West Adelaide, after the early going. They led by 15 points at quarter time, but as the match went on, they really struggled, the Eagles, to get this sort of run inside their forward line. Adam Grokey kicking that goal, and at that stage, this is still in the first quarter, they were able to maintain control of the match. But as I said, as the match went on, and now we're into the second term, it was really dominated by the run and gun of West Adelaide, and that was what was missing from their side last season.
It certainly was. It was the 15-minute mark, I reckon, of the first quarter where West Adelaide actually changed, and you could see a lift in their intensity and around the ball, and they just had winners all over the ground. They started the attack from defence and got in behind and just ran hard forward, and yeah, as you say, run and gun. They really played a good game.
Ryan Anderson coming back to the club this year, very important as we see this goal as he shoots around the corner. He kicked 2 for the afternoon. He was important running off that half-back line, and they had lots of run. That's what it has to be said. It's always handy to have the former Port Adelaide captain Dom Cassisi coming back and finding some form as well.
We're hitting his mate there, Robbie Gray, as well. You have quality users, and that's the thing. West Adelaide used the ball so well today. They had speed, they had height, they had strength, and they just winners all over the ground. It was a superb performance, and just composure, like Anderson to kick a goal. They all had kicked 2 goals, so it was beautiful. Good game.
Yeah, they had so many goal kickers, and nobody kicked more than 2. It was a great spread. We see there again Robbie Gray setting up, Bricknell across to Filkey, who kicked the goal, and they kicked 18 goals, which is a rarity for West Adelaide. They've kicked 100 points in round 1 and round 2. The last time they were able to kick 100 plus in consecutive rounds was way back in 2009. It's a measure of how they're going. They led by 15 at quarter time, by 29 at half time, 67 at 3/4 time. Most pleasing for coach Andy Collins. They won all 4 quarters. The final margin 72 points. If you look through the statistics, they tell a story too, and they tell a story of dominance.
It is, and all over the ground, West had winners. I think maybe Powell and Parry probably could say they broke even, but 211 at kicks to 162, and handballs far more than the Eagles. So it was just a complete dominant performance. You look at the inside 50s, 52 to 49, but it's the way they delivered the ball inside 50 that Westies were crisp and clean, whereas the Eagles pretty much bombed it and generally just started up the Bloods attack.
72-point margin for Westies, their biggest winning margin since 2011 in round 6 over South Adelaide. They were super impressive.